Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Hey, do all my e-ink videos have to be serious and somber and, just this very professional tone? Or can we have some fun? We're going to try that out today. I want to have a little bit of fun. So I was thinking about if I could build my own e-ink device, but I could only use the components of existing devices that are on the market already. What would I use from each device and what would that look like? So I've got 16 different categories that I'm going to be choosing from, and each one of those is going to come from a different device, or maybe not. Sometimes there'll be some duplicates in there as well. And then just for a little bit of extra fun, I'm going to throw in some e-ink dad jokes. You've never heard e-ink dad jokes before, so listen for those. They'll be scattered throughout. Let's have some fun. All right, so here's my list of categories. As you can see, build quality, hardware, screen, ghosting, stylus, writing performance, different apps on the devices, software superpower, partner app, so on and so forth. We're going to pick the best of the best as I see it, and I encourage you, if you disagree with anything, if I've picked something in a category and you say that was the dumbest thing I've ever seen, put it in the comments and let me know what you think as well. So let's dig into this. So the first thing that we're going to choose is the build quality. And when I thought about this category, the first device that came to my mind was the Remarkable Paper Pro. This is a very premium feeling device. It is, relatively thin. It's not the thinnest now because of the iFlyTek. Of course, it probably never was the thinnest, but it's got these beautiful edges, premium feel, build, great size. It's just a beautiful device. The feet on the back, the pogo pins, fantastic device from a build quality standpoint. This would be my number one choice. There are some obvious other ones that may pop in there as well. And if you disagree, like I said, please put it in the comments. So for category 2, we're going to go with a hardware superpower. And I've got a specific superpower in mind for that one. For that category, I chose the Supernote Manta or the Nomad. And that's the modularity to be able to take this back cover off and upgrade several components in here, including the motherboard and the battery, and to be able to add an SD card. I think that's a fantastic superpower, and I would love to build that into my Franken device. Time for the first e-ink dad joke here. So the Remarkable Paper Pro got arrested. You know what for? For flashing people. Haha, flashing. All right, for the next category, I'm going to have two different choices, and that's the screen for the device, because I'm going to choose a black and white screen, and I'm also going to choose a color screen. So let's start off with black and white. That is, without a doubt, going to be the Kindle Scribe. This is the most beautiful screen, black and white screen on any ink device, and I love the fact that it's got the front light built in. It's the only 10-inch plus device that has a front light on a black and white device. So that would definitely be my choice for the black and white. For my color screen, I'm going to choose the Boox Tab XC. This thing is just absolutely beautiful. Kaleido 3 screen. I was in a toss-up between this and the Remarkable Paper Pro, but I think this device is going to win. Just a fantastic screen quality on this. It's actually going to show up again here. By the way, some great videos here from Kit Best Masters. You should go out and check these out. The next category is ghosting performance. All e-ink devices have ghosting to some extent or another, but there's one, in my opinion, that just outshines everything else. I told you it would show up again. It's the Boox Tab XC. This thing, I'm sure that there's ghosting there, and if you look for it, it probably is noticeable. But this is probably the best ghosting performance of any device I've ever seen. In e-ink, that is. So time for dad joke number 2. What is the scariest e-ink device on the market? Spookiest. Well, of course, it's the Boox Note Max because of the ghosting. See how I tied that in? Laughter would help. All right, the next category is going to be stylus. Now, I've got to set some rules here as well. So you know that some styluses are EMR, some are Wacom. We're going to toss all that aside. It doesn't matter what screen I've chosen. And hey, this stylus is not going to work on there. This is my Frankenstein device, and everything's going to work together well because I'm just going to make it that way. So for the best stylus of all the devices, it would be the Supernote Heart of Metal 2. Love this stylus, the ceramic tip, removable cap, just the weight and the feel in your hand. You really feel like you've got a premium writing instrument. It really feels like you're writing on a stack of paper when you're doing this with a Supernote. So this would definitely be my choice for best stylus. So that's going to be a natural segue into the next category, and that's writing feel. And you probably already figured this one out. So it's going to be the Supernote Manta with this Heart of Metal 2 pen with the Feel Right 2 screen protector on there combined with this pen. The writing feel is superb. Now I did go back and forth between, is it going to be this device? Is it going to be the Remarkable Paper Pro? Because I love the writing feel on both of those, but I did choose this because it's just a great combination. So time for another dad joke, or e-ink dad joke. If Supernote were to make toilets, how would you flush it? You'd take two fingers, put it on the toilet seat, and then pull the handle. If you know, you know. The next category is going to be folio or cover, the ones that are provided stock from the manufacturer, either included with the device or purchased as an accessory. And for me, the winner in that category is the Remarkable Paper Pro. And I have the weave folio here, but it could be the leather, it could be just the mosaic, it could be any one of the folios that they offer. What I like about it is that it secures the pen very nicely with the flap. But also, when you want to get rid of the flap or get it out of your way, it folds back and it's still flush with the device, or flush with the rest of the folio, so that you don't have any kind of a bump or anything when you're using this on a table. Just really love this folio. I think they did a very nice job with it. All right, time for the next e-ink dad joke. So the Remarkable Paper Pro got a job at the DMV making license plates. And after a very long time, finally got a promotion. Do you know why? It finally figured out how to sort tags. Ba-dum-bum. The next category is going to be the Notes app that's built into the devices to be able to take your handwritten notes. For me, this is an easy one. I just did a video on it. If you follow my channel, you already know the answer to this. It is the Boox 4.1, in some cases 4.11 release. I think it's in beta for a lot of devices. But the Notes app here, I really love the features, how they're implemented, all the power and functionality that you get with this. I really love it. Close second probably would be the Supernote Notes app. They're both fantastic, but I chose the Boox. And if you want to know why, go back and watch that video. And then a somewhat related category from a software standpoint would be, which reader app would I choose as my favorite to put in my Franken device? And that's also going to be Boox. It's going to be Neo Reader. The customization ability that you've got in here, customizability, whatever the word is just really unmatched in my opinion, and would definitely be the reader of choice for my Franken device. Time for the next e-ink dad joke. Why did the e-ink device win the dancing contest? Because it had remarkable moves. The next category would be the best calendar app. Also, if you've been watching any of my videos for any length of time, you'll know that there is one device that just wins this one hands down there's some competition, but not really that close. And that would be the ViWoods, both the AI Paper and the AI Paper Mini. The ability to, track tasks through handwriting, notes, tie your notes to specific dates, tie it into your Gmail calendar. This is really a fantastic calendar app. There's some other devices that, have some of the similar features, but really ViWoods is really known for their calendar app, and it's really the best in the e-ink in my opinion. All right, another dad joke for e-inks. This time it's for ViWoods. So the ViWoods AI Paper and the AI Paper Mini must be fighting. How do I know? Because they don't talk to each other. That's a sync joke. They don't sync. You have to know to get that one. If you know, you know, once again. The next category is the best knowledge management app, and I think that this one is a very clear winner with the Supernote Digest. So I don't have much in my Supernote Digest because I don't really use it that much, but if you really want to learn about this, go check out Ed Finn over at Organizing for Change. He's got a video that really walks through this in detail. This is a tremendously good app for gathering information, bringing it into one spot, and really just being able to, make that knowledge base usable and functional for you. The next category would be the best drawing app, and really there's only one device that's going to have this, and that would be the Supernote device with the Atelier app. It's the only app on, it's the only device that has a dedicated drawing app. And I'm not going to be able to demo this because I'm not an artist in any way, shape, or form, but it does give you a set of tools that are just fantastic for being able to draw. Go check it out if you are interested in it. You can also check out one of Ed Finn's videos on organizing for change. All right, time for another dad joke centered around e-ink. So, which device feature is best for your gut health? Well, of course, it's the Supernote Digest. The next device is kind of unique. It's a software superpower that a device has, and actually this is partly software and hardware, but we'll call it software. That goes to the iFlyTek AI Note 2. So you can record up to 4 hours and 40 minutes of continuous recording, and then it'll transcribe it. It'll create meeting notes. It'll summarize it and give you a very nice looking summary, as you can see here. I did this with a daily devotional that I listened to. I let it record it and then summarize this for me. It is a fantastic feature of this. And really is alone because the only other AI device is the ViWoods, and you can only record 10 minutes at a time. And one other thing, it'll do 4 hours and 40 minutes at a very small file size. I think it's 16 megabytes per hour of recording, so it's very small file size. Also, once it hits that 4 hour and 40 minute limit, it will just automatically continue to record in a new file. So very, very great software superpower. So time for another dad joke. Hope you're enjoying the dad jokes. So why is iFlyTek considered the most charitable e-ink company out there? Because they sponsor a lot of YouTube creators. Except for me. The next category is the best partner app, for your cell phone, your tablet, your laptop, computer, whatever the case may be. And to me, that goes to Supernote. Supernote has one of the best ones out there. You can not only, view and manipulate your files, you can share your files. You've also got access to your to-do list, and you can add to your to-do list. You got access to your digest. As I said, I don't use this a whole lot, but you can add to your digest as well. It's really a very powerful partner app, and I think class leading. So somewhat related to the partner app, but I guess I'm going to call it an independent category, but that's the best multi-device sync. And I think without a doubt that goes to the Remarkable devices. They have fantastic sync. It's almost immediate, probably best in class sync. Other devices do it well. Supernote does it well. Boox does it well. iFlyTek, they're getting there. They do multi-device sync, but the older, the Air 2, the smaller device, I think uses a different file format, so it can't read the bigger files. And then, as I've mentioned in a previous video, ViWoods does not currently have multi-device sync, and that was one of my dad jokes. Speaking of dad jokes, so both Boox and Remarkable moved away from Wacom EMR Stylus technology. They said it was for the health and the longevity of the device, so they decided to go with a more active stylus. Active, healthy, that kind of thing. Anyway, that's the makeup of my Frankenstein device. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have different opinions, I would love to get some conversation going in the comments. Love to hear what your thoughts are. I'm sure that I didn't pick everybody's favorite out there, so yeah, jump in. Hey, if you like what you're seeing here, if you like the fun, a little bit of a change of pace from the serious videos all the time, consider liking the video and really consider subscribing to the channel so that we can do more of this stuff here. Really appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.